after all these years, old movies on VCR. So let's see now. This is Xenia and Andy's engagement party.
That's wonderful. And look, all the...
August 17th, 1947. There's Andy Pappas pinning a corsage, the florist, on Xenia Didymos.
And there is Mr. Is me there.
Me? Who's me? Who's me?
Who are you?
Mrs. Didymos.
Oh, there's the florist at work.
Yeah. And here's the... Look at all the goods
This
there.
is Yaya's specialty, food.
These are flowers from the...
Sounds stupid, Rita.
Yeah, it's still on.
We started preparing for this engagement party. It was kind of a spur-of-the-moment preparation because Mama, with her two brothers, and there's her brother, Teddy Lapis.
Yes, this is my brother.
Cutting the meat. Well, they went, Mama with the two brothers and sister, they went to Cyprus to visit their parents. And when they came back, we had our engagement party. And there is all the food in preparation for people that came that we didn't even know half of.
You can say that again.
Okay, these are friends. Oh, there's Xenia Pappas. There was Xenia Pappas. There's Mary Constantine, who became Mary Carambas.
Yes.
There's all the food, and believe it or not, we ran short. Oh, there's Xenia Didymos. Oops, there they go.
It was a famous dancer, this, I remember.
I don't even remember her name. But we had so many guests there.
Xenia
There's
and
Eva, Charlie. Who's that? That's Steve. Wait a minute. Let's start.
This is the spinner. Who's the other fellow?
That's Gumbado Nick.
Yeah, it is Nick. And this
There's
is
me.
Xenia.
Look at me dance. There's Eva.
And
Oh, there's
Bapu. Yeah.
Bapu Peter Pappas.
This is your father-in-law.
It's Gus. No,
No, this
that was
is Elizabeth. This who's this one?
the color. The color is not too good. This is what happened to the film after all these years. It really became a mess. But this is recording our wedding day. Okay, this is July 3rd, 1949. There's Barbara Doring, Despina. Oh, there's the bride with her father. It was a very hot day.
It was exceptionally hot.
It was so hot the candles just keeled over. There's Nick Pappas, Acumbaro. Some of the guests. Despina was my maid of honor.
Yes.
Barbara Doring, a classmate from college. Oh, serious.
Oh, very serious. Is the bishop?
Mrs.
What was his name? What's his name?
Bishop Olizoides.
What is his name?
Bishop Olizoides.
Oh, Bolizoides. You're right.
He performed the wedding.
Yeah.
There's Phil Casavino. That was one of our ushers. Andy's sister Mary was the other bridesmaid who, after the wedding, a few months later, married our best man.
I go around now. Xenia says
Oh, there's Whitey. Whitey Dubovich was one of our ushers.
Jakubaru's Nick.
Yeah. In the summer, after we got my honeymoon, we went on a trip, came to Florida, believe it or not, with Eva and Gus. And this was in Jacksonville. This was in the summer of 1949. We went to the Oriental Gardens in Jacksonville. A very pretty place. This is St. Augustine.
Yes.
We had gone on our honeymoon on a motor trip, ending up in Canada, but we had to hurry up back because Gregory had to serve in the National Guard. So when we alligators, more alligators. Anyway, when we came back, we took a trip to Virginia. From there, we went with Eva and us. We came to Florida.
Yeah,
And who was, remember?
You was telling about, yes.
Yeah, and who was, do you think about it, a few years later, we become permanent residents of Florida.
Yes. After how many years later?
Yeah, well,
50 years later.
well, we
About.
came to Florida in 1961, and this was 1949. Look at that alligator.
Yeah. What is that?
I'm trying to figure that one out. Well, I think it's at the Seminole Village.
This is a no, it's
All I
not.
can say, it's a
It's
bird.
how you call this bird?
Peacock?
Peacock. Yeah, peacock.
Oh, monkeys.
This is monkeys.
Our trip to Florida was very nice. And then we got to Miami, and we were locked in a motel room all day in a hotel because there was a hurricane in Miami that weekend. And there we were watching things from our hotel room. We were at the Belmar in downtown Miami Beach.
You get the idea what the hurricane is.
Well, it was a very mild hurricane as far as they go. And the day we were leaving, as you can see, it was a beautiful day.
Naturally, after you leave the place, the day get perfect.
There's Eva.
Hi.
There's Andy. Slim.
Yeah, not anymore.
There's Gus Nichols.
It was by the beach.
This was Miami Beach
Yeah.
from our hotel. Then this is now in Tarpon Springs. From there we went to Tarpon Springs, and
You got underwater?
we saw the sponge fishermen, the divers, go
yeah.
underneath. We really did the tourist thing. This was all during the summer of 1949. Actually, it was end of August by this time. There we are on the boat.
Yeah.
Of course, the pictures not that good. You know, these pictures were taken in 1949, and they really have deteriorated over the years. That's why we have them on VCR now, and hope they'll last longer.
Well, I hope so.
There we are,
Here, yeah.
young.
You're out of the boat now.
Yeah, we're getting off the boat. These are all sponge fishing boats. Most of them are Greek-owned, because
It's,
Tarpon Springs is a
Tarpon
Greek town.
Springs, yeah. It's a Greek town there, anyway.
Okay, what's coming up next? Oh, this is the same trip. We were visiting relatives. That's Uncle Jack. And Aunt Marie Canaclides. This was in Charlotte. We stopped there to visit them on the way back. That's Rosemary. Aunt Marie, Uncle Jack, Canaclides. Let's see, there's Eva and
That is
Gus.
the cause, yeah.
And that's
Andrew?
Cousin Rosemary.
I don't know them. I don't
Yes, you do. You met her yesterday.
Oh, this is yours?
That's Rosemary.
Oh, how it changed.
Yes.
This is your
And
mother-in-law.
that's, no, this
No.
is
You are
Peter Pappas's sister,
Maria.
Maria. Right.
Yeah.
With her son, Gus, I believe his name is, Gus Antonio. And that's Mike Antonio, Cousin Mike.
I never met man.
No, this is in Virginia now.
Yeah.
This is at the Azalea Gardens, and what a shame because the flowers were so pretty, the picture faded. Mary and Elizabeth.
And this is Gus, isn't it?
Uh-huh. That's Eva.
Yeah.
There's Eva.
The way she always
Hello,
walks.
Gus. It's a shame the picture is not good now, but these flowers were absolutely beautiful. Here we are in our Easter finery. The unidentified lady is a business partner of the Viva and Gus.
Yeah?
There's the pipe smoker, alias Andy Pappas.
He never... Since when
Every
he was...
once in a while he
Oh,
smokes.
he was surprised you.
There is Peter Nicholas with his sister Vicky and Elizabeth in the back. Hello, Vicky. Summer 1950. That is Charlie's brother and his wife. Whoops, you know she was being taken. Oh, and this was a trip to Washington. I believe these pictures were taken in 1950. That's right, this was the spring of 1950 when the cherry blossoms
Yeah.
were in bloom, and it was very cold in Washington. The pictures at that time were much nicer. It's a shame they've deteriorated like this. The White House.
Yeah. It's the same like it's now, isn't it?
Well, Truman had a balcony. You couldn't visit it at the time because the White House was being restored.
Oh,
That's the Lincoln Memorial.
I think so. This is Lincoln.
Mm-hmm. What a shame all the colors. Oh, it is so, Washington is such a beautiful city, and the shame the pictures aren't coming out good.
This is you, isn't it?
That's me.
Yeah.
It was cold, but it was
Must
so
be.
pretty. Those cherry blossoms were absolutely beautiful. There's the Jefferson Memorial. And the cherry blossoms
Yeah,
with
beautiful.
the movies
well
is
known
not
for that.
yeah. The movies is not doing it justice right now. That's right, nice.
Oh, you put your clothes on, must be cold.
It was very cold.
Look, Andrew, he's shivering there.
It's one of the reasons we moved to Florida.
After how many years you here?
Well, this I think is 1950s.
1950?
So
After
I
11
think
years.
we moved here in
After 11
'61.
years.
Yeah. Okay, this is the Arlington, the amphitheater, the memorial at the amphitheater at
In Washington?
in Washington D.C. There's the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier.
Yeah. Well, he's working fast to get
And
warm.
I think the movie is going fast.
Oh.
Looks like the end of the movie. Oh,
But
there we are.
He put...
That's Papa. Isn't that
Yeah.
Papa working in his garden? And
And
there's Andy's mother. Whoops, back up. There she is,
Yeah.
Helen Pappas and Mary Pappas, helping Charles Didymos.
Put his hat on.
His yard was his pride and joy.
Now I remember how proud he was. Look at his
Papu.
face. But you put tomatoes there.
No, those are his flowers. He's
Oh.
cutting away the tomatoes. The tomatoes were in the back of the yard. This was the back of the house in Union City.
Yeah.
On 18th Street. After you moved to Florida, Mama, that's when there Espina and Mike moved in.
Yeah.
Okay. Chris.
Yes.
Chris Zafiadis, who married Yaya's sister.
Hi, Despina. There's Mary.
That's right. Get busy, girls. Rake it up. Well, you need action for movies, but this is ridiculous.
What Mary's doing that?
Mary's
They
raking.
dig it.
Despina's
They
raking.
stick it.
And there's Uncle Chris.
He looks funny about pushing with that.
Oh, don't think I really cut the grass all the time. This was only to make you think I was busy. The little girl you see there is Marcia. Her family used to rent the apartment in the front
It's the
upstairs.
Mary's granddaughter.
Right, and that's the apartment we ended up moving into.
Yeah.
Oh, there's Bapu's yard in color.
It was
Pretty-
very nice with flowers
Those are his
around.
magnolias there, the roses in back. The picture is not that good. You can see he was very proud of his yard.
Oh yes, by all means. And back of the yard there was his tomatoes.
hmm This was the house on 18th Street, 621 18th Street, Union City, New Jersey. The house we moved into in 1945.
It was yes, after Thanksgiving.
hmm Oh, that's, is that Dixie? Is that a dog there? This is the Pappas backyard in 1947. There's Gregory while Pappas. Aya was in Andy's brother, who at this point is much younger than his four sons are today, which is today's November 27th, 1987. These films were put together during the summer of 87. There's Mary Carambas. That's Dixie, who had 13 pups on Mother's Day. There's my cousin carrying refreshments, Ted Neocleos. That's Papa's nephew. We were all gathered at Andy's house in West New York on Monitor Place.
I think it was Mary's birthday, isn't it?
I don't remember, though. This was in the summertime. It wasn't Mary's birthday.
Oh.
This is in the summertime. There's Ted. There's Bapu Pappas. There is the bathtub that was put in the backyard and was made into a garden, an old bathtub. There's a friend of the family's.
Who's this one?
That is Mary's mother.
No, the other related with the dress.
I don't remember. She was living there at the house.
This one?
She was, I don't remember. She was a relative. There's Dixie.
Oh,
Now this is Miss
mother.
Helen Constantine. This Helen Constantine, Mary Constantine's mother, who lived in Union City. The two Marys were very good friends, Mary Pappas and Mary Constantine.
psicografiche yani.
This is all,
How many dogs there are?
this was, I'm trying to remember the year of this. This is in the early 50s. Of course, all the paper that I had, all the information, dates and everything, I misplaced. As soon as we finish with this, I know I will find it. Okay, I'm sure there's music playing somewhere. Okay, Mary. Mary.
Yeah.
Back, Mary. Who is taking that movie? The unknowns in the picture are relatives of Mary Constantine, who just came from Cyprus. Okay, this is in New York. We were getting ready for a parade on Greek Independence Day, March 25th. We were in costume. This was the Cypriot Youth Club. And the Mary again. There, let me see. These are a lot of our friends going back in the costume, yeah.
dancing group.
Yeah, during the war years, we used to dance for war bond drives.
Because 1947,
But
isn't
not
it?
this
48.
This was later.
Why didn't you do it?
Because of practicing for the parade.
Yeah. Who's that fellow there in the center with the brackets?
All right, the lady they're holding that's sick, that's Christina Pappas's mother, Georgia Akis.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Who's at the top of that fellow there?
There's Mary Pappas all on the left. There's Christina Akides, now known as Christina Pappas.
And then his
That's
mother.
that's Nick Karembis. There's Georgia. There's yours truly. Quality is not good. But there's Nick Karembis' brother and his wife.
Somebody's hungry there, Gregory.
That's not Gregory. That's Andy. This is at the
parade.
Easter services in Astoria. Oh, there's Ducky. Gus Pappas. See, we are there with our Easter finery.
Yeah. It looked funny there, you see them now.
The picture is not that great either.
No, but the costumes you were wearing.
At the time this was made into a movie, we did not have sound, so you cannot hear service. But this was outdoors at the, there's Gregory, there's Mary, there's Papa,
Hey, Mrs.
there's
Papa.
Yaya, yeah, there's me,
There's Gregory and Mary.
there's
And there's
Ducky.
Ducky there.
The two
Two in-laws.
grandfathers
Yeah.
talking back there. There's Gregory, clowning as always.
I can't believe the hats you was wearing at that time.
They were lovely. And
It was.
that's the church in Astoria, St. Demetrius, I believe.
I think so, yeah.
Picture is getting bad though. Well, it could be the photographer, cameraman, but over the years it has deteriorated also. This looks like the falls in the Catskills. Yes, it is. This is near Tannersville. This is summer 1948. Unfortunately, it's not a clear picture, and I can't identify people, but we were there with, we met, those are all relatives or friends there. Here we are again. There's Elizabeth with her two children. There's Vicky. No, that's
Maria.
Vicky and Helen Ann. Helen Ann, Eva's daughter. That's, let me see. Now that's Elizabeth's son Peter.
This.
That's Bapu, the rock thrower. Okay. Vicky and Helen Ann. Helen Ann on the left. Elizabeth, Nichols. Okay, Papa, what are you doing? Look at the one that's wiggling in the back. That's Eva.
He's throwing
We're
rocks
throwing rocks.
in the water, it seems. This is me there.
That was Uncle Chris, no? Theodoxa? Okay, I think that's Mary's going to get stuck out. No, that's Elizabeth, stuck out there. She couldn't come back on 2 feet. She had to come back on all fours. It was cold and slippery.
Hey, she make it.
The photographer was fantastic. Where did we go
Who got the
fishing?
fish? Who is this
That's a
fellow
catfish.
there?
I don't. I guess he wasn't big enough.
Is that
Oh,
Bapu?
this is where were we?
What's wrong?
We're throwing. We're rock throwing again. What else?
You wanna?
But they're at a different location now. We're at the beach.
Or each one they hand the rocks to the other one and throw it. Hooray! There's the winner.
Success.
This is my husband.
Sure, these oldies. think I was at school that day. I was not at this place. This might be Asbury Park. I was at school, and Andy picked up his mother and Papa, and I think they all went down there. Oh, this is the Beach Boys.
Who is this? This is Maria, isn't it?
There's Mary, Papa, and Andy's mother, Helen
Yeah.
Pappas.
This is Elizabeth.
That's Mary, trying to get the sun. That's Vicky.
Vicky,
This is
yeah.
Virginia Beach.
That
And
is
Eva.
Eva. And this is
That's Daki. Mrs. Peter Pappas.
This is Gus.
No, that's Peter.
And
Peter Nicholas, Elizabeth's son. That's Helen Ann. She's dragging, and that's Vicky back there. Uh-oh, Helen Ann. Did you get wet?
if she's I want to see the picture of her.
This has to be 1947. Because Helen Ann, well, this is
No, it's
back in the...
It was
This
after
has
you.
to be 1947 in Virginia Beach. Not 19, maybe not 1947, but the late 40s.
This is
Oh, that was cousin George Pappas. Oops, going back and forth too fast. The water's cold, cold. That's Gregory. Helen Ann
And
as
who's
a
this?
baby. That's Helen Ann. This is 1947. Back at,
was before you get married.
obviously. That's Vicky.
Vicky, yeah. Who is this?
Okay, that's Eva's house in Norfolk when she was living on Maycox Avenue, I believe. These pictures are not in chronological order. Uh-oh,
This
Vicky,
is,
be careful. That's Vicky.
It's Vicky, yeah. You can see the curly hair and her
Yeah.
teeth.
These pictures were taken different people, so when they were all spliced together, they might not have gone into chronological order. Because here, Peter's a little younger than he was in some of the others. Oh, that's
Who's this?
George Sozo, playing with Gregory.
This is your mother-in-law.
Now this is back in West New York. That's Helen Ann visiting her yaya. In October 1947. Papu. He's keeping her busy. A cute curly top.
Oopsie.
Okay, Mary. That's Xaviero. No, not Xaviero. Oh, that was the lady that lived at their house. She was camera shy. Now, this is
who's this
before
old lady?
Andy and I got married.
Who's that old lady?
She lived at their house.
Oh,
February 48.
it's Dikey and Peter?
Yes, and Vicky. All hands. Opa! That's right,
Ooh.
Vicky. Look at photographer. Hop, skip, and a jump. That's what does it. I've seen Peter's son now, Christopher dance. He dances much better. There they are. Of course, Daki, also known as Gus, dancing with the big doll.
What place it was that?
This was at their house monitor place in West New York.
Yeah.
It's Elizabeth, their mother, back there directing traffic.
Oh, isn't that wonderful?
Shall we dance? Tra la la.
They dance in their head, not their feet.
Eva,
Yeah.
Helen Ann, the following year or two, a little bit older.
Yeah, she cut her hair. Very.
I think she has it pulled back.
Oh. That's Mary. No.
That's Mary.
Yeah, that's
I'm sure the
Mary.
pictures were taken by Andy. Adam Cowboy. Valentine's Day.
Everybody.
Hello. I'm fine. How are you?
They give the Valentine box to the dog?
She was the messenger.
Oh.
Vintage TV. The color really is bad. What a shame.
It's in the water now.
Okay, here we are, Rockland Lake, 1947. Look up the Hudson. No, this was at, like that. That's Cousin Ted. That's Despina. There's my cousin, the other cousin, Ted Lapis, with Uncle Teddy, with his father, and Aunt Wally, his mother. There's Mrs. Constantine. Oh, this is Swings. This
yeah.
was in the park, Rockland Park. There's cousin Ted Lapis pushing his sister Sandra. Hi, Ted. That's me.
Who's this fellow?
He was someone who came along. Can't remember who he is
Joined
now.
the crowd.
He joined. Well, he came. He went there with us.
Oh.
We went on a picnic there. It was a nice place. We had a good time.
Yeah. Looks that way.
This was just on the other side of the New York-New Jersey line, north of where we used to live in Union City.
Despina, isn't it?
That's Despina. That's Sonny, now known as Ted.
This is Maria.
Mrs. Constantine. The mystery man.
Who's it? Who's
Helen
that?
Pappas. I mean Mary Pappas. Gus Pappas. Although then he answered to the name Donkey. Xenia Didymos Pappas.
Is you there?
That's what I said. There's Sandra. And cousin Ted Neocleos.
Ted, yeah.
There's Andy. He was thin, wasn't he? Weren't we all thinner and younger? Wee! And athletic.
Yeah. It's two of them.
Seesaw. There's Papa giving me a push. There's Despina giving Who's giving a push?
I wasn't there. I was Cyprus then.
That this could be 1947 when you went to Cyprus. We were
Cyprus.
waiting for you to come back so we can have our engagement
I
party.
was Cyprus.
The food's good. That's no. Well, there's. I thought I saw someone. Okay, we're going on a boat ride now,
Yes.
obviously, and this was up the Hudson River. There I am. There are the two Marys.
And another Mary.
We're going. Let me see. We were going up the Hudson River, possibly to Indian Point. Okay, this was a Robert Fulton. It says there up the Hudson. Then is the Empire State Building. So I guess we hadn't left the dock yet. Okay, we're at our picnic. Here we go. We need action photographer.
The two Marys.
The two Marys were always inseparable.
Well, whoopsie.
Actually, the cameraman wanted action.
And the kid.
And this is what we were doing. If either Mary could see these now.
Yeah, I like to see it.
All right, there is the lady there. That's Christina's mother,
Yeah.
Georgia Akides. We were dancing to music. I was a little thinner. Whoops.
Mary, she's late for office. Who's late now?
Mary,
Mary,
Mary
yeah.
Pappas. We even got fancy. Okay,
This,
let's see. We were at a picnic there, but there were a lot of. It might have been a Cypriot picnic. There's Mary waving back there from the table. And then we went into the war.
I wasn't there here. I was Cyprus, I think.
That's me.
This is you, isn't it?
I'm camera shy. That's Mary. That's being drowned.
She's coughing. She drank too much water.
It was a Cypriot picnic. Took a boat ride and ended up at a place and spent the day there. It was a nice day. The reason you don't see Anthony's pictures too much because he's probably the cameraman.
Must be.
We did have fun.
Boy, it looks that way.
Okay, there is Gregory
Gregory, yeah.
holding Helen Ann. They went horseback riding one day. I missed. That's Frosa Pappas, who was married to Uncle John Pappas. And Greg always liked to go horseback riding.
Yeah.
Yes, that was Frosa, Tia Frosa.
This is
Oh,
Sandra,
that's
isn't it?
Sandra and
Yeah.
Aunt Wally, Uncle Teddy, that's me, Gregory. We are celebrating Papa's birthday, 1947. Okay. We're having fun. There's Sandra and Ted.
This is
No, there's Aki.
I like to see if Sandra see them now how she wouldn't react.
She doesn't want to dance with either one, huh?
That's
It's really
right.
hard to get.
They want to fight. Who you want to get her?
Maybe Aki and Sonny will dance. Oh, there's the
Is them
Sonny playing piano.
play piano.
And Daki, must be Mr. Louis playing. Oh, we are celebrating. It must be
It's
somebody's
me.
birthday. It's Papa's birthday. It was his birthday. His birthday was October 25th, so I guess we're celebrating his birthday. Happy birthday to you.
Who is this?
That's Mary. That's Theodoxa Zachariadis,
Yeah, yeah.
Mama's sister,
Wally.
Theowali.
And this is
That's
Andrew.
Xenia and
Andrew.
Andrew. Hello. Mary.
Mary. This is
My mother-in-law, Helen Pappas. Elizabeth. Mama.
this is me.
That's you.
This is Mary. Anna.
Helen.
Yeah.
Helen Constantine.
mother, yeah.
Vespina. With Uncle Teddy. Cousin Ted.
Yeah.
Uncle Peter Pappas. Dr. Sandra. Uncle Chris Zachariadis.
Somebody's birthday.
This is another, okay, well, we're always celebrating birthdays, holidays, any excuse to get together. It was happy birthday to somebody. This is now the house on Monitor Place. We were celebrating someone's birthday there. We're singing happy birthday to Mary.
It's Mary.
Mary's birthday was in February, February 12th.
It's Rena, isn't it this one? No.
No.
This is the editor of the paper. You remember this one?
I don't remember his name.
Gregory?
That's the priest that at one time lived at Theodoxa's house. Christopher.
Oh, Christopher, yeah.
Yeah. The quality is not good at all.
Why is it so funky?
The quality of the film has deteriorated. It's hard to identify even faces.
It's a Helen, isn't it?
Delicious.
Boy,
Delicious.
You can put the hand out. Whole thing. Who's these faces?
That's Jackie.
No, the other two.
That's me.
This is yours.
That's you.
This is Pina.
No, you think we did nothing but party?
That's what I have the pictures for. He's cutting. It's Andrew, isn't it? You don't recognize them anymore.
Well, the film has deteriorated
Yeah.
over the years. Some of these are almost 40 years old.
40?
Another birthday. Gary's celebrating again.
No, the following year. Who's this fella?
A friend that used to be in the Cypriot Club, all these people.
Oh,
There's Nick Pappas. Rosa, that's Effie, her daughter Effie. There's Eva.
Not
Eva
sure.
always stressed.
always, always.
Okay, this is a back to Union Sea again. Another feast.
What is the table? All is hungry.
Look at that
Look at that
king-size
cigar.
cigar. Yuck. Or maybe that's the pipe.
Look at that. They tried to hide it, it would stay still. But that's his pin, isn't it? Huh?
That's Despina.
Yeah. It didn't light yet. No.
The torch. That's my no next to Papa, John Prius.
Yes, yeah. And Papa, he tried to smoke cigar.
I think that's when my nonna and his family came to visit.
It's in our house.
Mm-hmm. That's, oh, my. Okay, Mama, let's see you do it.
Who is this?
That's my nonna. That's my
this-
nonna. That's Papa. That's Papa trying to smoke the pipe.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
my nonna next to him.
Okay. Yeah, what is
That's
it?
Wally. That's cousin Ted. Pictures. This is kind of faded away. That's my nonna's son John
Yeah, yeah,
with
yeah.
his wife Eleanor and their son. There's my nonna and my nonna.
Boy, to your help.
What'd you do, Pop Mama?
Hmm?
There goes Espina. Girl, Espina. Da, 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 da.
Just got the mic
I
on.
don't know. Peter spliced these together one day when I was out with Kathy.
What are we looking at now?
Is this on Burger Line Avenue?
Yes,
Yeah.
this is
Okay.
West
You know,
New York.
I don't recognize it.
On the 50th anniversary of West New York. This was 1948. We weren't even
That
married.
Albie, that Albie's across the street in the ice cream place?
Weebies. There's Weebies.
There's Weebies Hardware Store. Oh my gosh, a lot of people there.
What, Mother? What were you saying? Strutting away. You know, we are being recorded, Gregory, so watch what you say.
But what is that?
Well, you
Like
say it unless they talk, don't you know?
an
There's
army
Christine.
parade?
Ah, is that?
This is West New
There's
York.
Christine on the top, the queen.
This is West New York, New Jersey's 50th anniversary celebration, 1948.
Where's the flower shop?
And you were standing in front of it taking pictures. North Bergen.
What parade? My goodness. You know something? I remember this parade. Rosemary, do you remember this parade?
No, I don't remember the parade.
I thought this parade went West New York to Charlotte.
Well, 48, maybe it did.
There's where you boys were born, Jersey City Medical
Right.
Center.
That was Margaret Hayes.
Margaret Haig was a part of it.
After you were born, they changed the
Margaret.
name.
Gregory, that's not Margaret Hayes, it's Margaret Haig. H-A-U-G, Haig.
Could you read when you were born?
was the mayor of
H-U-G-E. I don't even know how to spell it.
Uncle Gary, why don't you say who's in the room so that when we look at this in a few years, we get some perspective on it.
In this room,
Give your fist.
we got cousin Rosemary watching the film. Got Chuck watching the film. That's Rosemary's husband.
That's Babu in the picture.
And that's my
Maria.
but he's in the room, but on the other side of the film.
My mother working.
Christine,
Oh, there goes
My
the
mother's
bird.
taking the bird bath.
I think we ought to stop here and have some coffee.
That would be
That's
the lady
the best
talking.
news I heard yet. I feel
Is
terrible
there-
after
is
looking
there-
at these pictures. I was so young, and look at me now.
so old and good looking.
Oh my God.
You get better looking as you get older.
Oh,
Sure we do.
Rosemary, I used to all night, but it's me all night.
If you think that's going on the tape.
Okay.
The segment we have just seen from the West New York celebration was being viewed at Gregory and Kristen Pappas's house with Rosemary and Charles Watts visiting from North Carolina. And the comments were completely unedited, but we were viewing it, reminiscing, and now here we are back in North Miami next day, continuing with this. Of course, what we're looking at now in poor color, our Mama and Papa's backyard, which really was his pride and joy. That's the St. Michael Monastery across the street on 18th Street. The photographer was, I guess, take panoramic views of. Oh, there's Andy. There's Phil and Sally Casavina. Oh, friends of ours. He was one of the ushers at our wedding. In fact, there was a time they'd come and visit us, and we played Monopoly for hours on end. Yeah, we were living now at, we rented the apartment upstairs. We were living there the first 4 years. What is happening to poor Andy? Good for the blood, they're good for the circulation. Hello, Andy. One way to get him off the chair. There's Sally. I haven't seen her in ages. There's Vespina. Tickle, tickle. Okay, we are viewing a parade. This looks like it's in New York City, and it's probably a Greek Independence Day parade, which is celebrated on the 25th of March. Yes, it is Greek Independence Day. This might be the parade that my sister was dressed as the Statue of Liberty. Grecian American Beauty, float said. There's the Greek and American flags. Unfortunately, we can't recognize faces, but these were all the different societies in the greater New York area that were putting on, were part of the parade. Okay, some of them costume, native costume. Different bands were participating. There's Evzones there, dressed in the Evzone costumes, and then the girls dressed in their native costumes, Greece. Because the camera was on the wrong side of the sun. Oh, this is the Cypriot youth. There it went. There's this now, I think. What a blur. What a shame. But are those roads? Different Greek American societies were in the parade, dressed in assorted patriotic costumes. Bands were strutting. This was down Fifth Avenue. The Order of Aheva had their group. Some of these groups probably came from places much further away than the New York, New Jersey area. Here's the Aheva float. Oh, majorettes. What a shame, though, we couldn't see the sound, the names of the groups better. Hellenic Sport Club of New York, okay, we read that one. Actually, I think the cameraman should have been across the street and not shining the camera right into the sun. Now we are at a different scenery, different time. This is the beginning of a few feet, people leaving the New York area, I believe, because they're heading for a wedding. Heading for a wedding. Goodbye. There's Gus Nichols coming in from Norfolk to marry Eva Pappas. I believe they're taking a train from Norfolk to the New Jersey area. These are Gus's relatives. Bouncing along in the train. There's Eva. Now, when Eva got married, it was during World War II. Gus was in the Navy. Andy was overseas at that time, so he could not attend her wedding. There's Effie, cousin Effie Pappas, Mary Pappas, Gregory Pappas, bridesmaid Elizabeth, and the bride Eva. Oh, there's Charlie and Gregory, the groom, and the mother and father of the bride. Smile. Oh, there's Peter Nicholas. Believe these are relatives of the groom. This is in front of a house on Polk Street in West New York, where the bride and her family lived. Hello there. There was Docky, the ring bearer. The bridal attendants were relatives of the bride and the groom. Mary, Effie, Elizabeth, Eva. That's Mike Iacono in the background. Sozo back there. Docky. That is Penny Canaclitus. On their way to the church. Oh my, this is the senior class boat ride. My senior class just before graduation from college. These are my friends. We were on a boat ride going up the Hudson River. Okay, there's Kay Ward, Barbara Doring, Leonetti was her last name, Grace Leonetti. Of course, they're all married with her names now. Bertha on the right. Oh, Butts was her last name. What was her first name? Barbara Doring, who eventually became Barbara Becker, was one of my bridesmaids. Margie Ward, Kay, Yvonne, Larry Doring. Eventually they married. That's me. This was about 3 weeks before the wedding, or 4 weeks before our wedding. I believe we went to Rye Beach. It's our senior class having a good time. We all graduated, became teachers. This was Jersey City State Teachers College. We graduated in June of 1949. Now it is known as Jersey City State College. There is Larry, Barbara's cousin, who married Yvonne. Kay. There is the boat that brought us there. Here we are returning. It was a windy and cool day, although it was nice at the beach. That's Kay again, me, Barbara, Yvonne at the left. These were our close friends in college. We were a very good group. We were calling ourselves the Lucky Seven. Poor Larry. Kay and, oh, I can't remember his name. She married somebody else. Did we wake you up, Andy? End of the picnic. My, those falls. Don't tell me that Niagara Falls. No. There was Thespian and Mama. I believe that's when they went to Niagara Falls. Yes, that is Niagara Falls. Although Andy and I took a motor trip on our honeymoon and did end up at Niagara Falls. After that, sometime after that, Mom, Papa, and Thespian took a trip there. Panoramic view of I don't know what. Looks like the rapids just before the falls. Okay, we're seeing scenes in Niagara Falls area that I'm not familiar with. Looks like a Canadian, American, and a British flag there maybe. This is when Mama and Papa and Espina went to Niagara Falls. Made of Mist. That is the boat that you go on. It goes right up to the base of the falls, and all the passengers are wearing raincoats. There they are. That's Mama and Espina. There's falls. They are so beautiful. And at the base, there's always a rainbow. The mist there is from falls, and that's why they call the boat there Made of the Mist. It's a very pretty sight. Unfortunately, a lot of the color has faded. Some shots are better than others. This must be the Horseshoe Falls. And there is a power plant nearby. We're talking something over almost 40 years ago. This is probably, these pictures were probably taken early 50s. I think that there's the bridge that crosses the river, the Niagara River. Now, we had been there, but at an earlier time, maybe about a year before. When Andy and I went to Niagara Falls, we ran the Spanish aerial car that was a cable car that crossed the falls. Boy, was that a scary ride. But it was so pretty. Mostly honeymooners go there, but there's a lot of families going there. There it is, the Horseshoe Falls at the top looking down. That's the power plant on the Canadian side, I believe. There's Mama and Nespin enjoying the falls. Well, I guess Papa's being the cameraman. There's Papa and Nespina being the camera woman. It is such a pretty place. Unfortunately, the color has faded. The Horseshoe Falls, which is on the Canadian side. I guess you're a local guide. There's the Spanish aerial car. You can barely see it there. There it is. And I don't think I wasn't scared when I was on that. Look at it go. Very pretty. Probably very boring, too, if you haven't been there and just looking at your photographer taking pictures. There's our house in Union City, 621. This was after a very surprise, long, hard snowstorm during Christmas time. It was a couple of days after Christmas. We woke up and there was all that snow. The monastery across the street, St. Michael's Monastery. And the snow fell all night. It paralyzed everything, but very pretty. Somewhere there you might see a few buried cars. There's one. The owner's trying to clean it out. The stairs were gone. Can't find them. Well, look at that. That's Mama and Papa's backyard. In the wintertime, this is the yard that they work so hard in the summertime. I believe these shots were taken with Papa's camera. I think that he received as a Christmas gift. And these are his first pictures taken with camera. Look at the bird bath. You can see how much snow had fallen overnight. This was an ice storm. A couple of days later, everything was covered with ice. Look at that. Really very pretty sight as long as you don't have to drive it or clean the sidewalks. Now you see the same scene, but the wires and the branches are all coated with ice. Before the sun came out and kind of melted everything. Well, melted the ice on the branches anyway. Those of us who now live in Florida haven't seen much snow. This is it. This ice fell or came on top of the snow that was there a few days earlier. It had been cleaned away, part of it anyway, and then the ice storm. And that's the Christmas tree. That same year at Mama's house. This might be 1948. 47, 48. As you can see, the picture not in chronological order. Mom always fixed a tree. Oh, there's Mr. Minotos, always there. Sandra, Marcia, who lived upstairs, Docky, and Sonny. Yeah, this was before Sandra's trying to tickle Marcia. She just left. This is before Andy and I got married, celebrating Christmas, probably celebrating New Year's Eve. Uncle Teddy, Mary, same group of youngers. Here, Doxa. That's Mama's sister, Doxa Zachariadis. Aunt Wally, that's Uncle Teddy's wife. Teddy Lapis being Mama's brother. That's Mrs. Koss, used to live upstairs. And that was the other lady. Oh, Mrs. King, our neighbor and friend when we lived on 14th Street. There's Despina, there's Mr. Koss. Uncle Chris, Zachariadis. There's Andy and Gregory. Oh, I guess the snows have melted. Mom and Pop are getting the yard ready for the spring. There we are. They did work hard and they did have a nice yard garden. This looks like spring because nothing has bloomed yet. Well, there they are, blooming now in full color. We had a rose trellis on along one fence. This must be in June because that's when they were in their most beautiful. Debbie and Mike now live at this house, and the trees have all grown bigger. The yard has more things now. The bird bath is, I believe, gone now. Papa liked taking pictures of the yard. It was a small yard, but there was sure a lot of things planted there, a lot of flowering plants and bushes. In the back strip, he just had a vegetable garden. The first year he planted it, I think everything that could grow was planted. On a strip 50 feet long and 3 feet wide. Same house. At this point, Papa must be the photographer because he took such pride in his yard. This is the house that was right up against our house, right next door. This was the house where Peter was born, or at the hospital, we lived here. Elaine and Chuck were born when their mother and father lived here. But of course, that's years to come because this probably around 1948 or 49 now. think Papa took the whole roll on the yard. There's Espina. There's Mama. Now the scenery has changed. It looks like Espina with Mama and Papa went to some kind of a park. Mama was always camera shy. Look at that. She won't turn around. Come on, Mama, turn around. Yeah, the old limousine. 621 was our license number, matched our house number. Oh, that's Peter. Peter Nicholas now. Daki. Where there's Bapu. That would look, oh my, there's Yaya. This looks like it's at our house. They're having another celebration. That was Vicky, held by her mother, Elizabeth. Smile, Vicky. This looks like we're at Asbury Park, probably celebrating Epiphany Day.
Epiphany,
And-
the 15th of the third day.
If this is the Epiphany Day parade, it's in January. And these are different churches, church groups, parading. And probably the Archbishop will be throwing the cross into the ocean. Well, there's all the church dignitaries, priests, lay officials. That was Archbishop, was that Jacob?
No, you were.
Athenagoras.
Athenagoras, yeah.
And oh, there they are, and you will soon see the cross being thrown into the water. You got to remember, Epiphany Day is January 6th. There will be divers going into the water. It's going to be cold. There the divers getting ready. There went the cross, and it's supposed to be good luck. Okay, new occasion. This looks like Vespina and Mike there she is having their engagement party. That's Father Baptiste. That's Peter. Just a few months old.
With the.
And that is my nonna, Theodosa.
Theocris. And this is the.
That is Vespina's nonna's two daughters.
Yeah.
That's my nonna talking to Vespina's nonna.
Yeah, Cumbados.
Cumbados. Mary Carampis, sitting next to her husband Nick.
That is her daughter.
That's Mary's daughter.
Yeah. This Mrs. The lady she lives outside the house.
Mrs.
Mrs. Cass, yeah. This is my husband.
Who?
This is my husband.
What's his
Give
name?
it rings.
There is Mike.
And my sister. And she calls somebody.
Congratulations, Mike.
Oh,
There she is.
Who's that one?
it's my godchild.
That's Mary,
Mary Grambis,
Carmen's daughter. There's the Eleftheria back
And
there,
Elsie.
That
right?
is
There's Teddy Jr.
Junior Sandra.
Sarah. Oh, they're
This
grown
is
up now.
Teleferia.
This took place in
This is
1952.
That's Peter.
This is how Peter.
There's Peter.
How old was Peter then?
Oh, he was
Well, he
a-
was born in February 52, and this is now the summer of 52.
So,
So he
yeah.
was about 5 or 6 months old.
Couple months. Mrs. Hood.
Oh, this is one ceremony here.
Yeah, very.
Now it's official.
That is Roxa.
Raptelli's one of the,
Other Raptellis. Believe it, I called them Father Island. This is me. Me.
Okay, Peter. It's the Eleftheria Louisidis. That's
It's not clear. It's supposed to be like that. Who's that guy stuck there?
that was Vespina's mom.
There's Aunt Wally.
Yeah. This is Gumara Marie. Edith.
Peter looked like he was the main attraction that night, except for the-
He was the only boy there.
Mama's first grandchild,
Yes, sir.
Joanne and Margaret.
Yeah.
that was an arrangement we must have made.
West New York florist.
Yeah.
The engagement, oh, Despina and Mike getting married. June 28, 1953. Here comes the bride.
I hope he smiles a little more than you did at your wedding.
Thank you, Andrew Pappas. It's Father Raptellis, who also married us. Uncle Teddy was the cumbaro.
He's very serious there.
Wonder who made the flowers.
Some
That-
florist in West New York. Xenia Pappas was her matron of honor. Cousin Sandra Lapis was one of the bridesmaids.
And her mother,
And her god sister, Despina's god sister, was the other bridesmaid.
you know, Varianidis,
Your Teddy was a cumbaro.
It's like a happy couple. Who was taking the move at that time? You remember?
Probably you.
Yeah, I did a better job than the one who took our move.
Our wedding movies didn't come out at all. There's Sandra.
Holy Communion?
No, it's just
It's a communal.
ceremonial wine
Oh.
at the wedding.
And they can't get the stay for the formality that
What's the matter, actually getting drunk?
looks at it. Tastes good, Terry.
The wedding dance.
Like you're right.
Some pretty dresses you wore.
They were
then.
very pretty.
Yeah.
They were white with
Yeah.
aqua trim,
All right.
and there
And
were
the daisies.
daisy flowers on the bodice.
This is
And the guests.
Well, that was
I think that was Elsie with her mother.
Aunt
Eleftheria.
Reeves' daughter, Elizabeth.
Elizabeth?
Yeah.
she's there. And she was very happy because in any occasion I had I
Yeah.
called her.
Son looks pretty there.
It's a lecture now.
course, the flowers were very pretty. We were carrying baskets, like little
Daisy,
cages, good little cages with ivy and daisies in them.
Oh, yeah? I don't remember now.
It's
And this is
Peter.
Peter.
He was about 16 months
That's
old.
my mother was
being
holding
held
him,
with
yeah.
Yayo. There's Peter with the harpoon now. Look,
Yeah.
Peter, look at the camera. Oh, there's the reception. Oh. Around and around we go.
Yeah, I was.
Yaya and Papu,
That is
Mama and
Papu.
Papa dancing, Uncle Teddy dancing with me.
And Andre would see what.
He's full of smile.
He was always smiling.
Yeah. But he
Stuff
doesn't.
in, stuff it in.
Even his stomach. Look at
What?
Elizabeth,
That's-
Elsie, Telefteria,
your mother-in-law
yeah, and the
And-
father-in-law,
and
Mr. Luisidis.
Pierina, Uncle Chris.
Verena.
I was, Nick and Helen
Nick and Helen,
Diablos.
yes.
Here goes the bride. Who
Who?
caught it? Oh, who caught it? Sandra. No.
No, that's
Sandra was-
Kumbara Marie.
There's Espinana
Yeah.
and Edith.
And go the Greek dancers.
Yes, sir.
Can't be a wedding without them.
No, sir.
Oh, this is
oh.
Peter's.
Baptism?
No.
Enes christening.
Elena's?
That's right. My, how time
Yes.
went. Elena was born in 1956, November 1956. So this is a few months later. Uncle Teddy was her nonna.
Yeah.
And there is the blessing by Father Aptelis.
And she was crying.
There we go.
In the water.
And that's Peter there. There's Elena.
Elena's gonna get a kick out of it.
Oh, that's me there helping with the dressing, and Wally and I are helping dress her.
They could keep her quiet.
No kidding.
Well,
Remember?
what were they doing to her?
They dress her. She's crying, but they have to be dressed. And they always have her eyes, that's why maybe.
She just doesn't like to
skinny
be
now.
bothered. Hi, Elena.
Oh, she'll be there.
Hi, Elena. Aww. Come with a smile. There's Peter
Holding
and Kathy.
holding candles.
And,
no, Helen.
And Helen.
That's Helen. Is Helen?
Yeah.
Yeah, Helen.
Helen and Nia.
Yeah. And that's
Helen and
Peter.
Nia are Peter and Kathy's first cousins. Helen and Nia Pappas. Uncle Teddy holding Elena. There's Kathy
That's Kathy.
and Peter. This is probably in early 1957.
How old was Peter there?
5 years old.
Well, this tape ends in 57.
He was 5. And Kathy
He's a-
was probably 2.5.
She looks like a little doll there.
She was. And she still is.
Okay, here we are at the
In the
reception
reception right now.
after the
Then I
christening.
said,
At your house, Mama.
Yeah. This, Mrs. Noma.
This is Nome.
This area.
Elena.
This is the guest of honor with Edith. That's my Nana's first cousin. There's my Nana. Hi, Sandra.
This is your. This is your.
Okay, I believe now the tape is letting. I just wanted. And I'm pressing pause.